Hello everyone. If you like what I'm doing here, please consider subscribing, liking, and commenting. It would really help the channel out quite a bit. Thank you very much. Hello Graveyard Talkers, and welcome to another episode of Graveyard Talk, and I'm your host Randy. Now in my last video, I was at a different part of this cemetery, and I decided to do just a free-for-all. Sounded like it come out pretty good. So I thought we'd do another kind of sort of little bit of a free-for-all. Just let the spirits say what they want to say, and then I'll answer. I'll answer whatever they respond to, whatever they have to say. So to all the spirits here in the cemetery, my name is Randy. I have two devices here with me. One is a speaker and one is a phone. For those of you who don't know what these are, the other speakers who are contemporary to me will be able to tell you what they are. They're not here to hurt you. You speak into the phone. Use your energy to talk to me through the phone. I'm not a medium. I don't talk to the spirits. I can only hear them when they come through the phone. The phone that I use, I've not been on the internet for over a year. And I still hear different things continuously. And the reason it's not on the internet is because I don't want anything on this phone to be updated. So with that, to all the spirits here, if you have anything you would like me to say, I'm listening to you. So I heard how often. I heard how often. Would that be how often do I come to the cemetery? How often do I do remote work? So I'm assuming when you say how often do I do remote work, you're speaking of how often, because there's a thing out there in called remote remote viewing, and that's in the side. Oh, I can't think of the name, but that's like someone who can look into different parts of the world, the country, and see it through their brain. I don't do that. I don't do remote work. But if you mean how often do I do spirit box sessions where I try to talk to spirits, well, I do them as often as I can. Sometimes it's a couple times a week. Sometimes it's only once a month. Wintertime, I would love to get out more in the wintertime. I try to go down a little bit south, to the South U.S. to do it, but I don't do it an awful lot because I don't like the cold. I live up here where it's too cold 90% of the time. I don't like it. But if somebody wants to will me $1 million or two, I'll definitely move down to Louisiana or Florida. I consider Louisiana my second home. My son lives in Florida. I won't move too close to him, but anyways. So as often as I can. I've been here quite a few times. So I plan on being back quite a few more times. Right at the beginning, I heard, "How are you?" So if that's referring to my health, I'm fine. I'm getting better. Now, some of you may have noticed, some of yous, as I said in the beginning, that's my father talking. If you hear me mispronounce words like you, I'll say use. My father said oil is oral. But if some of you have been watching me since the beginning, you'll know that I've lost quite a bit of weight. You probably see it in my face. You don't get to see me standing up too often, but I've lost 80 pounds. And I got another 55 pounds to go till I reach my goal. Hopefully by next summer, I'll be the weight that I want to be, so I can jump out of a perfectly good aeroplane with a parachute on my back. I have to really listen to something about fly. I have to listen to that. If there was something on there about fly or flying, I'll put it up here. And that's what I talk about. Sometimes, I'll bring up a subject and then the spirits will talk about it. And that's one thing that has led me to believe that there's really something to this, because when I was in a Gettysburg doing the Civil War stuff, definitely, without a doubt, listen to the one about the Civil War series. I did just about 5 or 6 of them out there. Without a doubt, Leanne and I, that's my niece. She comes with me every once in a while. She hasn't been with me since Gettysburg. But we're just chit-chatting back and forth, getting ready for dusk to fall, because I wanted to do one at night. And without a doubt, you can hear a horse clip-clopping right up to us. Now, we didn't see anything. In one of the other videos, I could see some light flashing that I believe we were seeing cannons firing, although they weren't coming out of the edge of the cannons that I was showing. They were more up in the air as if they were reflections, how like light reflections. So I do this because I really do think it's real. And I really do think the spirits are trying to communicate, not just with me, but with everybody. Heard something about the coat. Yeah, I'm wearing the coat because it's cold. And then I heard you hate me. No, I don't hate anybody. Well, that ain't true. Batman had the Joker. Superman had Luth Lexer. And I had a mortal enemy named Tom. If I hate anyone, he's the person I'm going to hate the most. He's the person I hate the most in the world. But, no, other than him, I don't hate anybody. No. I heard somebody say no, but that sure is what it sounded like to me. I'm with you, and I work hard. We have to listen to if there was anything down in below that. Well, you can't be horrible if you're with me. I'm not a bad man. All right, so it sounded like I heard right there at the end the women, but before that I thought I heard watch out. What do I need to watch out for? And I'm going to tell you what the temperature, since I sat down here, has dropped about 10 degrees and I am freezing. All right, I don't want anyone telling anyone else to shut the F up. So to the spirit who just told someone to shut up, let them talk. Why is it getting colder here, right here where I'm sitting? Why is it getting cold?
You're gonna get that.
Starburst. Now, I know of a project when I was in the military called Starburst. Are we speaking of the same project? Now, I didn't say anything before, but this was the second time I just heard get home. So, are you telling me that I need to go home for some reason? So, why are you telling me that I need to go home? Interesting. I heard a lot of stuff and I heard fire. I heard Tim Waltz. I heard television. Is it you want me to go home because you want me to watch television? You want to watch television with me? So I asked him if he wanted to watch television, and what I heard was Madden. So if anybody knows, Madden was a. I knew him as a sportscaster. I knew of him as a sportscaster. I'm not into sports. And John Madden. What he had to do with football? Might have played football or coached football. I don't know. You want to watch football? Is that what you're telling me? It's possible. And why would you want to come home to watch football with me? Because I know spirits can travel. You can travel and see football. You don't need to come to my house and watch television, watch football on television. All right, twice haunted and then again haunted within 15 seconds, within 10 seconds of each other, 5 seconds of each other. What, who is haunted? Are you telling me this cemetery is haunted? Aren't all cemeteries haunted? I mean, when you really think about it, if spirits can roam and if spirits can talk, then doesn't that mean all cemeteries are haunted? Alrighty, so it's time here for me to call it a day. It's cold out, and it's gotten warmer right now. It's cold out. Was there somebody here? Was there somebody standing near me? Is that what made it so cold? All right, to all the spirits, I don't mind you standing with me. I don't mind you going with me. As I said to the spirits who I believe came from the cemetery, who have been touching me, waking me at night, making lewd comments to me, I don't mind you coming with me, but if you're going to touch me or do something, kind of sort of give me a heads up at all, if you can, because I don't want to be scared to death. I don't want to be rudely awakened. What month? Give me a month. What month would you like me to come back to talk to you? Give me a month. One of the 12 months. All right, somebody said don't forget my food ticket. I thought as soon as I turned it on, I heard in May, and then a little bit later, I heard November. So it's already November, and we'll see what we have coming up. I think we got some warm days coming up next week. I'll come back. So with that, I want to thank all the spirits here for talking to me, and for welcoming me here, because you have before. You welcomed me here, so thank you for talking to me, everybody. All right, I heard I wasn't talking, and then I heard cold. So with that, I want to thank all of you for following me along on my journey. I always say I don't talk to them. They don't talk. Well, I might talk to them, but they don't talk directly to me. They're not going in my head. I'm not a medium. I hear it on a speaker just like you do. I go back to my house and I edit it. I listen to what goes on because I can't hear everything. They're not just talking to me. They're talking to you as well. They put things on here that I can't hear. I'll never hear. Well, you do. There are things when I replay this for my wife hears all kinds of stuff that I don't hear. Even when I go back to listen to it, I don't hear it. So I want to thank you for joining me on my journey to find out what happens after we're gone. What happens when I go? I don't want the lights just to shut off. I want there to be something afterwards. And I want to know, what's it like when I become a spirit? Can I become a spirit? Will I become a spirit? I hope so. Because I just don't want them to close the lid on my coffin, put me in the ground, and that's the end of it through eternity. So with that, I want to thank you for joining me today. Please consider giving me a thumbs up, like this video, and comment down there someplace. Don't get too many comments. Don't get too many likes. But the more you do that, the more YouTube will throw this video out to other people in their recommendation videos that they put up. It'll help more people come to this site. I'm not like some of the other guys out there. I know I'm an old guy. I have never been on TV. Well, I have. I played a Klingon one time in Star Trek. That's a long story. But I don't have the viewers that some of the other guys do. And so if you like it, please consider subscribing. Even if you never come back up here, please consider subscribing. I got enough to monetize the channel for subscribers, but I don't have enough watch time. Please watch these all the way through if you can. And with that, I'll see all of you on the next one.